Hey, this is Max. I am back with another CSR2 video, this time running a Venom GT Spyder in live. The Venom GT Spyder is a Milestone car that came along quite a while ago. In fact, it's probably the second 20 million Milestone Crew Cup car to come along after the FXXK. And it's one of those cars that gets very little love in live racing because, well, quite honestly, it's hard to find a spot where it really can do well. I managed to put this car into a 10.9 to 10.7 lobby where it seems to be able to win. How long the computer is going to let me do that is the question, but I am enjoying it while I can. The Venom GT Spyder is a little bit quicker than the standard Venom GT and has higher ultimate potential, but in the grand scheme of cars that are T5, it's mediocre at best as far as ultimate performance. However, it's a good car. It looks good. It's very hard to get parts and fusions for because there's absolutely no cars you can strip. You just have to slowly gather it over time. Fortunately, I've had this car for so long that I pretty much was able to gather the parts and the fusion. I've been winning quite a few times with this car. I think it's time to lose one or two. So I'm hoping to keep this car in this lobby where it can actually win and use it for a while as a change of pace from the other cars that I normally play with. This is a good car in the sense that it's easy to drive. You launch it, perfect or near perfect, and use nitrous right away. Shifts all are on perfect. You don't want to shift early at all with this car, and it'll do the best time run that way. However, it is limited by its capability, and it won't outperform the dyno by much, if any. So basically you have to set it up to land in a top end of the bracket, so to speak. Like 10.7 to 10.9 is kind of the bracket range. If you happen to land your car in 10.7, you have a good chance of winning in that bracket. But again, if you win too many times, you could get bumped into the 10.6 bracket where you're just not going to win. So it's hit or miss, but so far I seem to have found a decent setup where it can win and it's not extremely difficult to drive. Again, all perfect shifts. Nitrous immediately, all perfect shifts. That Bentley's going to catch up with me near the end and may actually, and sometimes could even pass you. The Bentley is probably one of the best cars in this bracket range between 10.5 to 11. These cars are pretty dominating. So I'm actually pretty happy that I was able to outrun that particular Bentley. I don't know if his Bentley is fully built or not, but my Hennessey is certainly not running all that many S6 parts. In fact, I think I'm only running one, but it does have most of its fusion slots filled. So here you go, the Hennessey Venom GT Spyder. Rarely seen in live racing these days, simply because there's just a lot of other better choices out there. I think this guy could probably run 10.6s. That's why he's re-challenging me. I'll take the challenge. If he beats me, he beats me. But in my opinion, every car in the game is worth playing with, setting up to try to find a spot to win with, simply because you get bored otherwise. I mean, I'm not a guy who does the same car over and over again and trade with the same people over and over again. I like a little variety. It kind of keeps me going in this game. So that being said, if you like the video, leave a like. If you're a lover of the Hennessey Venom, know that it's not a total loss in CSR2, and this car could potentially be used in live racing. Subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of videos. I will be adding more on a regular basis. And before I say goodbye, let's see how this race turns out. I'm going to let him win, but I think he would win anyway. He was coming up pretty hard on the end there. Let's see what he ran. That'll tell the tale. 10.725. So even if I ran very well, that would have been a very close race. He probably would have beaten me anyway. The 10.712 I ran before was probably the best I could have gotten out of this car. So this would have been very close. Maybe I'll race him some more. But certainly, like I said, when your car lands in the top end of the bracket, you have a chance to win. Alright, and that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.